No, 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 no. Ay, ay. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. No, no. We vibing, we cooking, we react on screen. Real laughs, real food, real moments and scenes. From day one, grind to a bigger vision. One click away, yeah, you made the decision. Pull up, kick back, yeah, you in the zone. Good energy, only make yourself at home. If you rock with love and you trust real few, then you already know what we here to do. Welcome to the nation, yeah, you're home now. Hit that like, hit subscribe, we grown now. Love many, trust few, keep your faith strong. New nation, yeah, we going long. New beginnings, new energy too. Always paddle your canoe. This is no.
All right, let me go ahead and do my spiel. If you like the vibe, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for every time I'm in the kitchen, I go live, or doing a car ride. All right, so now we are back. Brian McKnight is suing his son and his ex-wife and Mark Lamont Hill because they said he was a trifling daddy. And we saw before the world. I know I did. I don't know if everybody else watched it, but I know I did. Okay? But I saw where his son was sick. And his other children that was not biracial, he had a problem with them. But the ones that were biracial, those are the ones that he gave his, which I don't even, how the hell you go? How do you call your first son Junior and then come back and have another one call him Junior? Junior is your firstborn, right? So how the, you know what? Never mind. Let's just go ahead and get into see what Dr. Rashard has to say for us about this, because this is crazy. It's about a good 8 minutes.
We've talked about this Brian McKnight thing since day one, and it broke my damn heart to hear his own child have to endure and in some ways respond to the lack of love from his father. Brian McKnight,
he's a bitch. I used to I can't believe. Do y'all not understand a lot of people that we grew up on? You know how like they say, the Bible say, the first shall be last and the last shall be first? That's what I feel like we're actually living in right now. I feel like all of the people that mostly, I'm gonna say mostly, I feel like mostly all of the people, no matter who, what, where, when, why, of whatever walk of life, right? It feels like the people that we grew up on, that we respected, or we thought had morals and things like that. It's like, it's turned out these motherfuckers is bitches. These people is not what they were. And then it's crazy because at the time when we came up, a lot of things we saw, but when we would see it, people would tell us we were crazy. So then we would just not have something about it. And now, decades later, stuff is coming out, and it's like, some of us are like, it's deja vu. We already saw this. We already knew this was happening. Y'all didn't believe it when we tried to tell you then. But then now all this stuff, it's just crazy how the people, how everybody is literally just like, they've been showing their true colors. We just didn't see it. Or we did see it or chose to either ignore it or mistaken it for something else. I don't know.
now sues his son, ex-wife, and let's throw in Mark Lamont Hill.
That's fucked up.
It's a damn shame. The back and forth.
That's a damn shame. That's when you know you pissed off. You don't even care about being on the thing, man. It's a damn shame.
Between Brian McKnight and his estranged family has now taken a legal twist, or another legal twist, according to TMZ. McKnight is suing.
This is what makes me believe there's no God. There is just energy. Because motherfuckers like this still exist. People like Trump still exist. good people still getting shit happening to them. So, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. His son passed. Why the fuck he not gone? Why he didn't end up having this stuff, huh? Why his son?
His ex-wife, Julie, his son, Brian McKnight Jr., and journalist, our dear brother, remarkable human being, Mark Lamont Hill, and scholar, by the way, blogger Tasha K, and the New York Post. Good luck, sir. Alleging that he's the subject of a, quote, shockingly dishonest and sensational.
He said shockingly dishonest and this man said shockingly dishonest.
But false narrative, end quote, about his parenting and relationship with his oldest sons, including that he refused to tell his son Nico that he loved him as he was dying from cancer. Okay? McKnight.
His punk mother still here on earth though. It's always this motherfucker still here on earth though.
Its issue or issues with his ex-wife and son are well documented, very well documented. He previously engaged in a legal battle with Julie McKnight in 2025 over claims that she made about her relationship or their relationship while they were married in a memoir. Okay. In October, he celebrated on Instagram. We covered this in October when it happened, claiming he had won an $8.8 million judgment against Julie for defamation.
Yeah, you won that because you knew motherfuckers wasn't gonna sit up there and fuck with you no more. That's why you won it. That's the lady who talked about that part right there. Oh, baby, I've been screenshotting their ass. You gotta go on my community wall, baby. I've been on their ass. Y'all, somebody told me y'all all up and y'all ain't gonna let this girl rest. I say apparently you ain't either. How a cat taste? I heard it was salty. Fuck, better leave me alone. I'm the right person. I'll talk about CPAP all I want to. And guess what? I got some more shorts coming. I'm still gonna be petty and get on y'all asses. I don't give a shit. I'ma keep doing it until you get bored. Fuck.
After she failed to appear in court. That's called a default judgment. However, the legal issue isn't completely settled between the parties. The Back at One singer singled out Mark Lamont Hill for or after his 2025 interview with both Julie McKnight and Brian McKnight Jr.
Oh, so it makes sense. So they all went and did an interview with him. So now he's suing all of them. What make you think you're going to win? Why? Because you won the first time. Okay, so be it. But here it is. Your son, your life done played out in front of the world. We watched you ignore your dying son. We watched you do it. We watched you put your biracial kids on a pedestal. We watched you do that. We watched you. We watched you take your other son and call your biracial son Junior because he's the good seed. And you got rid of the old, that's devils, is what you kind of looked at them, bad spirits. But you slept with the spirit that made those bad spirits, right? Apparently it wasn't too bad. You had more than one.
Before that interview, Hill called out McKnight during an episode of the Joe Budden podcast. That was November 2025. You're an a-hole, end quote. Hill told McKnight, quote, but that's not why we're talking about this. I don't get into your family business. Your family business has nothing to do with me, except when you make it public. And when you put your family in public on blast, that might make you an a-hole.
A-hole, facts.
Yeah, I agree. I concur. I co-sign on that.
Facts.
In the suit against multiple parties, McKnight alleges that his reputation, career, and family have been negatively affected by the alleged lies of his son, his ex-wife, Hill, and the Post. One of the most malicious claims came from blogger Tasha K, who alleged that McKnight was an adulterer who had sex with a minor.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, because he said her name. Every time he say her name, I get triggered. Hold up. Okay? Y'all not coming for my shit. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Everything before, after this is AI. Okay? I'm not even a real person. This is an artificial insemination. Okay? This is not even called New Nation or New Beginnings at all. I don't know none of these people. I was just told to come sit here. Disclaimer, 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 disclaimer. Got me fucked up, brother. Okay? Y'all hear me? They not taking my shit. I'm hungry for this. I got a family. I got a family to feed. I got a family to feed. I got a family with needs. What y'all know about them Maury?
He's seeking an undisclosed amount for damages. The irony is you're a father suing your son.
That part. And then you finna cause
That's the
damages
irony.
to your son.
You're talking about other individuals engaged in damaging your reputation. No, sir, you did a very good damn job of that yourself.
Yep. Now what you gonna do?
Remember
you gonna
those posts you made, being in happiness and bliss and talking about.
And it's so messed up because now you about to give your son PTSD. You about to. I'm just happy your kids got the strength enough today. They had the strength enough to have each other and they went on in life. They did not let you they did not let you deter them from being great people because of how you are. Your day coming, sir. Somebody gonna have to wipe your ass. And that's like, you remind me, you know, Brian McKnight reminds me of, I don't know what this stuff always reminds me of stuff like this, but he reminds me of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Okay, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And Why Did I Get Married? The 80-20. Okay? Or Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Right? Did the wife so bad, but he was with the other woman. But when he got down bad, the wife was there, and she left him and took everything, cleaned out everything from him. Brian McKnight is that man.
How God is good to you.
Allegedly.
After your son or family, they're crying out for help. They're crying out for connection. Even our dear brother Ricky Smiley, who, by the way, is one of the only men I know who has the right, I mean the absolute right, to speak on this matter because he's adopted children who he did not birth. And he has been a father to many that many folk don't know about. So he has a right to talk about responsibility and being a father. You're suing your own son, sir. McKnight going to court over family drama is nothing new. In March, he sued the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Well, damn. This man. This man done went and sued Ricky them now. This is crazy. What is wrong with people? And it's people like me who really need and want money. But because we don't want to be locked behind metal, we don't do nothing. We try to walk as straight as narrow as we can of that path. Okay.
His parent company, Urban One, North Carolina radio host Karen Clark, over claims the entities amplified false portrayals of him as an abusive and neglectful father, following Clark's January 2025 interview with Julie McKnight and the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, playing clips of Brian McKnight.
Now this probably could go both ways, right? And I'm gonna tell you why it could probably. I'm not no lawyer now, so this is just my opinions, okay? This is just my opinions. My opinions, okay? Maybe he probably can. The reason he feel like he's doing that is because he is being a father for some other kids. Not all of his kids. Which I still think that you can't, that's being half a father. You can't be half a father to children. Either you're going to be a father, you're not going to be a father at all. Okay? Same thing is with women. You can't just be half to some kids. And you know that they're just alive and well and living. And none of those kids, from what I know, ain't been in trouble. None of that. And he's just treating them like shit.
Jr.'s interview with Hill. Remember, the defense to defamation is truth. And because Brian McKnight is a public figure, he has to prove two things, not just one. He doesn't have to simply prove it's untrue. He has to prove that it's untrue and was malicious at the time, meaning the person who said it or repeated it likely knew it was untrue and decided to do it anyway in order to maliciously harm Brian McKnight. That is a high bar inside of a courtroom for a public official to get justice.
This is sad. What times are we living in, y'all?
That way. And in this case, it would be an injustice for anyone to have to suffer because Brian McKnight's feelings were hurt. The truth is, his family provided the ammunition that many individuals are simply repeating or replaying on their airwaves. In that suit, McKnight is seeking $25,000 in damages. Urban One is seeking dismissal of the case, arguing that McKnight's suit is baseless and that the company cannot be held liable for anything Julie McKnight said during her conversation with Clark. Quote, even assuming that statements made by Urban One were indeed statements of actual fact, not opinion, hyperbole, and could be defamatory, they cannot. Plaintiff.
I've been seeing y'all down there, Noah. I've been seeing you and Unc up there, plotting. I ain't been saying nothing. Ain't my business.
Does not allege any facts that Urban One knew or should have known.
Stay up about my business.
That the statements were false or that any statements were made with a reckless disregard for the truth. The dismissal notion reads, that's the application of defamation law. All right. Yes, thoughts?
Yeah, so there are some real accusations that have been lobbed against him, and those should be dealt with and investigated. But a lot of this feels like Brian McKnight trying to preserve a reputation that he himself tarnished. Like, it seems like he went out of his way.
Do y'all ever think, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I like watching the news on YouTube better than I do the actual news. Like the actual news station. I like watching it on YouTube. To me, it's just more realistic. Oh, Patricia, thank you for joining, for subscribing. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and it actually works. Look at my colors. Look at my colors. Y'all, I'm trying to get up there, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Like how you telling babies. Look at that. Take me through there. Take me through there. Okay.
To tarnish his own reputation. He had all kinds of public videos that he released, and it was like, you could have just done a lot less, and perhaps we wouldn't be here today. Perhaps he wouldn't be talked about on all these shows, on the Ricky Smiley show and on Joe Budden's podcast and all that. And I mean, like, has Brian McKnight been relevant since the 90s? Like, it's hard to tell, and then all this is coming up now. Whatever happened with him and his son, if he was a neglectful parent, then that's not good. But, like the actual claims that are being made against him, the fact that he allegedly had sex with a minor, I think like those are the things that we should probably be more interested in and we should be focusing on. This has been a weird, when the story first came out, it was weird because they were like, Brian McKnight, why are we talking about him right now? And I'm not trying to be like,
how Brian McKnight was, man. Like, I just honestly could not believe that he was like that, man. Oh, I can accept gifts now. Okay. See, I'm doing everything. Everything is happening literally live. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and accept. Yes. All right. My gifts are now active. Yay. It's for the people with the playback. Let's go.
He's irrelevant. We shouldn't talk about him, but it was just kind of random that he popped up in this capacity in the 2020s, But here we are. There are less strange things have happened, and if there is any credibility to the accusations that have been made against him, I really hope that that part of the story doesn't get overlooked in lieu of all of the drama.
Yeah, a lot of drama. Obviously, Brian McKnight still has fans, and you could have counted me among them.
And that's crazy. Well, you know what? A lot of people still have fans. A lot of the wrong people still have fans. But yeah, go check out Dr. Rashad, Indisputable. I do get his, I'm subscribed to him to where I get like the news and things like that. So but if y'all liked it, go ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and stop this. We're gonna get on to the next one.